Morning, everybody. If you're wondering why this doesn't look like Indiana, because it's not. It's Florida. I decided to make the jump and move to Florida. I wanted to do this ever since I was a little kid. Coming on vacations here and everything. And the reason why I'm putting this on YouTube and everything is because I want to get back onto YouTube. And it's kind of a whole thing, so I'm sorry if I jump around a bit. But basically, decided to move to Florida and make this jump. And I feel like this is really good for me for multiple reasons. One, I've no hate against the people that I grew up with. I've always hated living in Indiana. And it's not the place for me. Half the year I have seasonal depression. I'm not happy. And just things around in certain instances, I just don't feel like I ever really belonged in Indiana. Florida, maybe I won't belong here, but hell, at least I'm giving it a shot. Another big reason too why I never really liked Indiana is because you don't get nature like this. I love this. This is what I need in life. This makes me happy. On top of that as well, I'm 25 years old and I've never really lived on my own. So I think this is the kick in the ass that I need to get me to be like an actual adult. As embarrassing as that might sound, being 25, life is a marathon, not a sprint, and everyone's at a different pace. And I think this is what's going to get me up and moving and make me more focused on all the things I want to do. And there are so many things I want to do that when I was in Indiana, I feel like I couldn't do, and you could say it's excuses and this and that, and completely understand if you do. But like, for instance, I want to get back on YouTube, not because I want to try to get YouTube famous or be a YouTube star or anything like that. Just, I love making videos. When I got into high school, got introduced to iMovie, every opportunity that I had, I made iMovies all the time. I love editing. And why stipend that creative outlet, especially if I love it? Speaking of creative outlets, I want to get back into writing. As a kid, I loved to write. To this day, I still do. Like, even in college, when I had to write a paper, I'd procrastinate. But as soon as I started writing, I couldn't stop because I just enjoyed it. I enjoyed getting my creative ideologies, my creative ideas out there. So I want to get back into writing. On top of that as well, I want to start my own podcast. I have one with a friend of mine, Jake, the Mildly Insightful Podcast. He's getting his master's right now. So we're taking a bit of a hiatus. But I do want to start my own because I'm the type of person that loves doing 20 things at once. I love constantly moving. Again, in Indiana, I feel like I couldn't move very much because I was depressed for 6 months out of the year. Speaking of education, I want to try to get my PTA license while I'm down here. And maybe, just maybe, get my, bachelor's. More than likely, I'd have to do it online. But either way, getting a bachelor's degree because I want a bachelor's degree. I want to say that I have a bachelor's degree. And I want to be one of the few people in my family that have one. But there's this, and the thing is that I'm going to make this happen. Again, the kick in the ass, making this happen. There have already been issues with the apartment I had lined up. Good part of it was my fault. Some of it theirs. I'll take responsibility for what I did wrong. But I'm privileged to have people in my life that are there for me. And they're letting me stay at their place until I can get on my feet. My parents are there for me, even though they're 1,100 miles away. And all that kind of stuff. So I'm getting back on YouTube. Once I have things more down, I plan to make, be a bit more consistent with uploading and things like that. But this is kind of the introduction to a 25-year-old trying to figure out the world and make it on his own and trying to make his dreams come true. All the things that I want to do in life, all the things I want to succeed at, all the failures that I have and how I come back from them. And not just getting weirdly emotional right now, I apologize. But getting out there, being his goofy self, and trying to make what he wants in life come true. And that's what I want this to be about. And I will still upload fitness stuff, don't get me wrong, and because that's my occupation, and I feel like fitness and the fitness industry is my calling because I do feel so passionately about it and all that kind of stuff. So if you're watching this, I want to say thank you, and I hope you continue to watch this crazy journey of mine. But yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll upload some more soon.